Hey y'all, it's Nancy the Handy Scandy. Welcome back for another crafty venture.
And welcome to Saturday Morning Makes. This is my 27th episode for 2024.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome in. Welcome in to Saturday Morning Makes. This is Saturday, July 27th. Can you even believe it? It's the last Saturday of the month of July for 2024. Next time we meet for Saturday Morning Makes, it will be August, y'all. August. So even though it's always autumn in my mind, August means autumn is right around the corner, and I'm so excited. Okay, so with that being said, let me jump on in. Before I jump on in, I suppose I should introduce Saturday Morning Makes for those of you who are unaware. It is the brainchild of our sweet and dear Miss Jillian Norwood of Greenwood Girl Cards. She created this. You know what? It has a life of its own. Initially, when she created Saturday Morning Makes, it was to get people involved in their art, involved in their crafting, also engaging with one another, sharing your art, sharing your craft, sharing your makes. It started during COVID when people tend to say stuck at home. I say safe at home because I was one of those essentials that had to go to work and actually see people every single day. So I know y'all were safe at home and not stuck, though I can understand how it may have felt stuck. So anyway, with all that being said, that is when this started, and it has indeed taken on a life of its own, and I love it. It's my favorite thing to do every week, and I'm very heartbroken on the weeks that I'm not able to participate. With that being said, we use the hashtag SatMornMakes, and when we upload our projects, we use the hashtag so we can find each other and see what we've made. So if you would like to participate, make sure when you upload whatever you create, and it does not have to be a paper craft, side note, whatever you create, use the hashtag SatMornMakes. That will allow us to find you, and then for you to find us, again, use that hashtag, and that will create kind of a playlist, if you will. And you can post to whatever social media outlet you are most interested in, whichever one you like the most, whichever one you prefer. Many of us do YouTube, a lot of us do Facebook and Instagram. Beyond that, I can't say, but those three for sure. So with that said, I am also participating in hashtag Snowman in summer, as well as Hip to Be Square, which is what these little 3x3 cards are about. And so with all of that being said, and that became a much longer intro than I anticipated it to be or meant for it to be, but I'm going to scoot things aside and we will talk about those little square cards. I think they are absolutely fantastic. So Hip to Be Square is hosted by my sweet friend Tracy of Tracy Vanover Designs. She and I actually talked about doing something with the mini 3x3 cards. We talked about it, I don't remember if it was late last year or early this, but anyway, we were going to do something together, and then I just kind of fell off the map, so she picked up the ball and created the hashtag Hip to Be Square. And what it means is little square 3x3 note cards. So to make them, you take strips of 6" by 3" paper, and then you score it in half, and you create your 3x3 square card. And so I used this paper pad. This was from Michael's was it last year or the year before? I'm not even sure. But I was flipping through it for something else, and it's a gorgeous paper pad. And then I came across some scraps of this particular page. And I apologize if that gold foil is glaring at you. I can't see my camera from where I'm at, but I apologize. But it's beautiful. I love the ombre from like this Merlot color down to this kind of summer sunny. Oh, it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. So I took those scraps and I created these 4 cards. See, I still have more scraps in there. Right there. So I don't get rid of my scraps because those can be some beautiful things right there. But this is the paper pad, again from Michael. But a couple of them were too short. So I went ahead and scored it this way at 3 inches, and then this side I knew I would have to add something on. So I have this gorgeous, it's not high quality, but it's this mirror card from Michaels, from Reflections, and I just cut them down, and I use that little, excuse me for reaching, I use these edger dies from, who are these from? Sunny Studios. These have been in my craft space for several years. They're from 2020, but I used these two, which essentially is this one and this one, to create these fun little borders. And I just think that adds another little element of, I don't know, kind of surprise to it, if you will. This little thankful, the word thankful is from this Stamp Market die set from 2019, so we're getting older. It's one leaf and one word, and I love that font. It's a sweet little font. Now this little scalloped edge piece was just in my stash, so I adhered it to another piece of black cardstock, and then I used that as my backing for that. And then I have these dies from Simon, I think these were from last year. Do they say? 2022. So we are heading into Stamptember, so these are about 2 years old. So I have the etched oak leaves and the buckeye leaf, and they're beautiful. So on these three, obviously I have the buckeye, and this is what they look like. They're so pretty. Don't underestimate the power of a mirror card or any kind of specialty paper that you might have. They're so pretty. So pretty. Or you can use gel plate prints, you can use pattern paper, you can use roll-offs, you can use whatever you have, and they're just so pretty. They're stunning. And I have this bowl is full of the different die cuts, and even if you don't have enough to cut the whole die, it's okay. Just use what you have, and then the way that you layer them up can easily cover up those spots that are missing. But look at this gorgeous copper card. This is from my sweet friend Gina. I've talked about Gina before. Gina, where did you get this copper card? You're going to have to tell me, because I need some more of that. That is absolutely stunning. But I thank you for sharing it with me. So let me set these aside. But I, again, folded them in half, added the bottoms where I needed to, popped the buckeyes up on some double-sided foam tape, die cut out the words. So 2 are obviously in foil, and then 2 are in the black, layered on foil. This was a scrap. This was a scrap. This was a scrap. So again, pulling out my scraps, guys. I do that frequently. But then I also have these tinier leaf dies from my favorite things, and on this one I used all the smaller ones, and I'm not sure that I like it as well as I like these 3 with the buckeye. This is fun, but I don't know, it just doesn't please my eye as well as these 3 do. I did not make envelopes this time. I do have an envelope die from my creative time that creates the perfect 3x3 inch envelope that these fit down into perfectly. So, but that is my Hip to Be Square makes. Those are my Hip to Be Square makes for this week. Lots of foil goodness, lots of shine, lots of color, absolutely beautiful. Definitely getting me in the mood for autumn. If I wasn't already, I kind of stay there. I have pumpkin candles going all year. I have cinnamon roll, Cinnabon creamer, and I can pour in some pumpkin flavoring if I want to. I just live there. Ah, not drinking out of a Halloween mug this morning, but nevertheless. Okay, so next, moving on. Let's go ahead and do Snowman in Summer. Look at that. I'm very happy with that sweet little card. You see all that detail? Let me stand up, make sure you're getting all that. So this was a gel play print, and I'll show you what's left of it here in a minute. But then I just stamped this sweet little guy out on some, I think it's Bristol Smooth, and then I colored him up with my OLOs and used the stamps, the snowflake stamps that go along with him to create that background. I cut him out with an oval, added these trees from Tim Holtz and Stampers Anonymous. This banner tag or banner stamp was in it. Well, it's just in there as a stamp. I cut it into a banner. And then I used, this to create my snow. This is from Vicky Papiano. And I did use a little bit of Distress ink to create the splatter on the background. And then I also came in with some sheer shimmer spray from Imagine to finish it off. But I am just in love. So let me show you the individual pieces on this. So this is the die that I used to die cut my gel plate print on the background. And then these oval dies from Hero Arts, same thing. I believe it was the third largest oval, because if I used the larger ones, we weren't going to see very much of that background at all. And these, does it tell me the year? These were 2017, and these I don't know. I have no idea. These are the tree thinlits. I picked these up actually at Hobby Lobby on clearance. And I'm looking for a year on these as well. I don't know why the year seems to matter to me so much these days. 2018. But this, my friends, is the stamp. How adorable is that? From Creative Expressions. This designed by the very sweet Sam Poole. It's number CEC 1002 Snowman Kisses. If kisses were snowflakes, I'd send you a blizzard. And with love at Christmas. And so you can see that it says not shown actual size. That is correct because it's so much bigger. Right, look how much bigger that is. So it is a large stamp, y'all. I love it. It's so cute. It's so sweet. It's kind of country, kind of prim, but then again, doesn't have to be. And these two little snowflake stamps created that whole blizzard around him. And I did do a little bit of ink blending with my blender brushes. Now for that background, like I said, it started out as a gel plate print. And this is what's left of it. I also have a tag. And the tag is the reason that I pulled this print out in the first place. But I had used alcohol inks with a couple different stencils. And I just used a series of blues and created this pull. On the tag, I came back to summertime, and to me the way this stencil is, it looks like big tiles in the bottom of a pool. And so for the next 3 projects, this one, as well as I have 2 more tags, you may have seen them over here in the beginning. These are for my sweet friend Carol of Free Spirit Arts. She has a tree in her craft room, and she is doing a giveaway for the month of July, and she wants us to make different projects that say summer to us for her to hang on her tree. And for everybody who participates and sends her something to hang on her tree, she's putting in the running for a giveaway, and she has several different stamp sets that she's giving away to one lucky winner. And I'm not really interested in being part of the giveaway, but I did want to send her some goodies. So this one in particular, let me go ahead and pull out my project or my supplies here. So this is also from Miss Sam Poole. This fun tag die. It's called Shabby Basics Whale Tail Tag, and whale tail is in reference to the reinforcer, which I do have on here, but it blends in so you can't really tell. This stamp set from Tim Holtz is what I use to create my other 2 tags. So there we go. Love them both. And then this is the stamp set I used to create this one. It's called Hippos on Holiday 2018 Hello Bluebird. How stinking cute. How stinking cute. So I colored them up with my Olos, lifted them up on a little bit of double-sided foam tape, and I had to put some sheer shimmer spray on these too, because you know when there's that ocean mist in the air and everything kind of glistens with the water in the air and the humidity, that's what that made me think of. And then I just added these little bits on the end. I don't know why. I thought the yellow and brown was a good contrast to all of that blue in the background and kind of grounded it. And if you look close, you can see that both of my little hippos are tinged with a little bit of sunburn. This one's been out there way too long, fell asleep, got too dark. You can see all the red where the sun's hitting the most. he's going to be hurting tomorrow. And then this little guy needs a little more sunscreen because he's starting to burn, probably needs to come out of the sun for a little while. That's my story. So there's those guys. Again, let me set these out of the way. Excuse the reach. And then my next one was these little cuties. Does anything say summer like flamingos? I think not. So I have used this little stamp set a couple times already this year, and it just makes my heart happy. Tracy Hay in association with Alpaca Pals through Hampton Art. I just think Tracy Hay's imagery is absolutely adorable. And I got these guys from Hobby Lobby many years ago, actually. It feels like many. Oh, 2021 wasn't as long as some of the others. Gosh, it feels longer than that. Isn't that wild? I feel like I've had this one longer than this one, but I know I bought this one new. So anyway, it is what it is. So again, I started with the gel plate print, and this was that print. Not one of my most favorite, but still I was loving the bubble wrap pattern in the back, and then I obliterated the bubble wrap. I wanted there to be some type of a text. Now this is just alphabet typed out over and over and over, but I thought it was fun. Only I don't know, it was too much. And you can see here where I blurred out some. That was purposeful. And then over here I did not, and then here I did not, and then this is in black. But I just wasn't happy with the way that looked. So I decided that I wanted to do some stenciling, and that's where this stencil from Stampers Anonymous and Tim Holtz came in. This is THS 158 Focus. Love this. I actually had the smaller version that was in collaboration with Joann's. I don't even know what was on the bottom of the smaller one. I just knew that I loved this so much I wanted the full size. So got the full size. And then I mixed some Snowfall texture paste with a pink glistening butter. What do they call the butters? I wish I had them in front of me. From Picket Fence, I believe. I'll put it downstairs in the description box, guys. I'm sorry. It's about 2 o'clock in the morning right now as I film this, so my brain's not quite engaged, but I do apologize. But anyway, that is what I did to create that background. And it is more random than it appears here, but by the time I put everything together, I kind of covered up all the open spaces. You can see a few open spaces there still. But anyway, that was how I created it. I had actually die cut the tag out first, but I didn't want to waste my paste, so I went ahead and added it to this. But will you look along the edges and see all that beautiful grunge? See, I have a hard time getting rid of that. That grunge is my favorite bit. So because I have a hard time getting rid of it, I typically don't. So I used a pair of decorative edge scissors to create this edge. And yes, I wanted it to be on the slant. I just thought that was kind of fun. And by the way, I did double side these, so I cut extra tags out of regular cardstock so that they were just a little more substantial. But you can see there are little diamond-esque little bits, and then of course the pearls, different sizes pearls. And I just pulled in some more of that blue. Also in the background, I used this swirl, this grunge flourish from Visible Image. It's one of my favorite stamps in my room. And I just used that a little bit along the edges just to bring in some more of that blue that was pulled out of the bubble wrap that kind of disappeared once I started playing. So that is my second one. This is my third tag. And again, both of these are die cut with the die from Tim Holtz. This was another gel plate print, and I had a hard time using this. These colors are my favorite colors, and I don't want any of it to go to waste, and so my heart always kind of cringes a bit. But once I use it, once I cut it, I'm happy with it, so I'm really glad that I did. And then for this one, I don't have the stamp out that I used to create this flourish on the back, but it is from Stampendous. Again, I'll link it downstairs in the description box, okay? If I forget to link it down and you're interested, please ask me, because I'm human and I'm fallible. And again, it's like 2 o'clock, 2:30 in the morning. So if I forget, it's not on purpose. So just give me a reminder and I'll put it there for you. But this is the stamp set where my Hello Sunshine and the florals came from. This is the Daisy Grunge from Visible Image, and I just think it's super cute. Again, stamped it out, colored it up with my Olos, added a little bit of white gel pen to the centers, and then I just added some of the reindeer moss. I thought that was fun to give it like they're growing up out of there. Added a sweet little bow, and then the Hello Sunshine is actually from this set. And then I kind of bubble cut around the hello. And then I added these sweet little gems. This is the orange calcite confetti mix. This is, I don't know if it's 2 or 3 packs, but I really love this. So those are my colors. And then added a little bit of this jute to create the hanger, and some of this crinkle ribbon. What do we call this? Seam binding. And I got this from online. I can't remember the name of the shop. Very sweet little Etsy shop. I'll link it downstairs too. Some of these things will be affiliate links. Some of them will not. But those are my makes for today. So these are for Carol's project, for her summer tree. And Carol, I don't want to be put in the running. I just wanted to send you some happy mail and add something to your tree. This was for hashtag Snowman in summer. These were for hashtag Hip to Be Square. And they all are for hashtag Satmorn Makes. So y'all drop me a comment downstairs. Let me know your thoughts. I won't ask for favorites because I know that's hard. But if something stands out to you, let me know. And if you are participating in any of these hashtags, let me know. If you don't, let me know why. I know many people don't have YouTube channels, and that's fine, but you can take a photo and just post to Instagram or even just your Facebook feed. So, you know, I just want to encourage you, if you wanted to play along, if there's any inkling of desire in you to play along, we would love to see what you're making. So until next time, guys, again, I thank you. Mwah. I love you so very much. I appreciate you more than you can ever know. And I will be back very soon with another video. And until then, I'm out.